Hello, my dear action-oriented Aries. This is Clarity 1129 Tarot, and welcome to your May 2023 monthly predictions. How was your birthday month? I hope you had a great time doing things that were so you, doing things that charged you up. And yes, we have in the last 1 week had a lot of planetary shifts. You would be feeling that now, and you're going to continue feeling that in the month of May, because we are in Taurus season now, and on the 5th of May, which is the 5-5 portal, we're also going to be having the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So that's going to be a powerful time as well. And right now we are in the thick of Mercury retrograde, so there's a lot of things that are happening. I have done readings for all of this, you know, the impact of the solar eclipse that happened on the 20th of April. All of that, I've done readings, and I can put the link of those in the description box below in case you haven't seen it. And do look out for the lunar eclipse reading as well, which I'm planning to film after I finish all of this, well in time for the lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. Now, well, let's get into your reading for May. Let's see what's going to happen. We are going to be using the same format as we follow, only the decks would have changed a bit. I've got a few new decks, and I'm just waiting to use them. So I'll explain as we move along. So to begin with, we are going to take out one card from the Moonology deck for the overarching energy of the month of May for you, my dear Aries. And you get, what do you need to release? Waning moon. So there is something that you need to release in the month of May, and you must be already feeling that theme must be already coming up, because we've just had the solar eclipse. As I said, I'll put the reading in the description box below, because that talks about this whole thing. And even my new moon in Taurus reading is about that. So I'll put those links of those readings below. So in case you can't figure it out yourself, or when you see this card, readily nothing comes to your mind, then maybe you have put it in your subconscious, because it's not something very pleasant. But it is definitely something that's holding you back, and you need to release it. And the best time to do it is in this eclipse season. So you're actually sandwiched between the two eclipses of 20th April and 5th May. All right, so let's see. Anyway, let's see what comes through. I'm using my newest deck. This is the Giant Rider-Waite. So it's a good old Rider-Waite, but it's the giant version, so you can see it clearly. This is a gift from my husband. This is something I've been waiting for, and we don't really find it here. So here we have it now. So you get the 4 of Pentacles for your general outlook. For your love, romance, and relationships, you get the 8 of Wands. For your career and finances, you get the Queen of Wands. And for your spiritual growth, you get the 10 of Swords. Okay. Move that off. Okay. All right. Now we're going to clarify all of these, and then we will dive into the basic part of your reading. So we are going to clarify your overarching energy with the old Lenormand deck. And you get Anchor. The number 35 or the number 8 could be significant. For your general outlook, we shall be taking out 2 cards from the tea leaf fortune telling cards. I'm going to randomly pick out 2 cards after shuffling them. Feels like a long while since I've done this. Actually, I don't use this so much in my other readings. Oh, I got 3. I'm going to put back 1. My eyes are closed, so I don't know what you've got. Let's see. Which also reminds me that why does this happen for the Aries reading? Give me 30 seconds, please. I just realized I didn't have my glasses on. And I am as blind as a bat without them. Okay, here. So you get money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall with the boat here. And psychic ability, trust your intuition. Beautiful cards. Now we're going to take out one card from the True Love Oracle, which is again a latest, which is a gift from my mom. These days the safest way to get me happy is to give me an oracle deck or a tarot deck, and so it's something my dear ones indulge me with. Alright, so we get maturity. The number 23 or the number 5 could be significant. Alright, we'll keep that here. We'll keep that here so that you know that's the 8 of Wands there. For your career and finances, we're going to take out a card from the Making Magic deck by Priestess Moon. Oh my lord, it's already fallen, so I'll take it. Perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Alright, and we're going to take out one card from the Soul's Journey Oracle to further amplify and or clarify your spiritual growth. And you get doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. All right. So, my dear Aries, we'll do this bit of the reading before we take out other advice cards and whatever else there is. All right. So, to begin with, I'm sorry. To begin with, what do you need to release? And to clarify that, you get this anchor card. And with this, I feel very strongly what you need to release is a belief system. There is something that you've been taught from the time you were very young, possibly by your parents or teachers or someone you hold in high regard, all right? And it has been holding you in good stead over the years. You've just believed this value system. It could be religious beliefs, it could be just value-based, whatever it is. This is something that you've always held very strongly. You've believed in it with, and it's never actually got you stuck anywhere. It's helped you out. But now, at this point of time, my dear Aries, you need to release this thinking. All right? See now, this is a particular topic which is very dear to me. In fact, I have a blog channel which is called Musings While Unlearning, because I am unlearning so many things and relearning so many things. But the fact is that, and despite the fact that at this age, after so many years of experience, after following certain things which were so important to me, which my parents taught me, and actually they still follow those rules, but I find that they don't really serve me anymore. And slowly and steadily as I go along life, I realize that I need to release certain things, and there's nothing wrong with that. We are evolving. Every single day we are evolving. In fact, even as a blogger, when I write those blogs, when I look back at my first blogs and I look at how I think now, the earlier ones, and I actually feel bad because my earlier vlogs used to be light-hearted, and these are comparatively more serious, and I keep wondering what's happened to my inner child. But the fact is, it's all a period of growth. You're trying to find answers everywhere, right? And there is nothing wrong in challenging what you believed in. Do not believe anything blindly. Now, as I was saying, that there are so many things I'm unlearning. However, when I teach my children, I still teach them the old values. Why? Because at that age and at that stage, those values are the only one which will take you forward to give you success. But as you grow, your experience shifts, your setting shifts, and now you're not a student. Actually, we are students for life, but we don't need that kind of discipline and that kind of single-minded thinking. As we grow, we need to look at things differently. Now, as a kid, I'm just giving you one example before we move ahead with your reading. But the fact is, as a kid, I was always taught, don't take the path of least resistance. My father drummed that into us, in fact, and it was the only way. Basically, what they said is, don't take shortcuts. There is no other recipe for success but hard work. But today, and especially us in the spiritual community, you know that you have to actually follow the path of least resistance, because that is the path that's, you're following your heart, and that is something that's going to lead you to your soul purpose. But at that age, if you tell your child that, and your child will just stop studying because that's the, easiest way out. So at that age, you need to tell them certain things, but it changes as you start growing older and your reality shifts. And this is what you're being asked to release with this anchor card. You're something that has been your reality and it has served you as you were growing up is no longer serving you. And by releasing it, you're not being disloyal, you're just evolving. All right, for each of you this is going to be different, but what is the first thing that comes to your mind when I've said this is what you need to mull over. All right, again with this card here, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Your intuition is getting stronger now, so it will be very easy for you to work on this. And as I said, you're sandwiched between the eclipses. This particular reading, we've just had the solar eclipse on the 20th of April and we have the lunar eclipse on the 5th. So all these things will come up for you to process. Just don't run away from it because it's uncomfortable. See, as it is, we are in Mercury retrograde. So all you Aries who like to go and move ahead, this is actually a time for you to take things slow and go over whatever it is that you have left half done, undone, things like this which you need to process, so that 14th of May, when Mercury turns direct, you can also move ahead and do whatever else that you've been waiting to do. All right. Now, for your general outlook for this month, you get the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is someone who keeps their cards close to their chest. They don't open up. They hold tightly to what they have. They may be possessive about certain things. So, if it is about literally the coin that you feel, a sense of lack, or if you feel that you need to hold on to whatever you have, because maybe you've had a bad patch, maybe if you're in a business, your business wasn't doing too well, but you're being told that you are going to come into some sort of money now with the boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. So there's going to be a time wherein you will be attracting a lot of abundance. And I'm not surprised here because you get the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is an abundant queen and she is psychic, so I'm not surprised with your psychic ability coming up. And she attracts, she is the ultimate as far as law of attraction is concerned amongst all the four queens. She just gets what she wants. She this natural, it just happens to her. Whatever she wants, she just attracts it to her, and she's like a magnet. All right, and this is the energy that you are in as far as your career is concerned. So if you've been holding on very tightly to your resources, know that things are going to change. If you've had a hard time, it's going to shift now. And if you are thinking of making an investment and wondering what to do, you may ask people around you what is the best way to do it, but only follow your intuition. If everyone says invest here, but you feel this quiet voice which says no, I think I should be investing here, follow your inner guidance. It will never lead you astray. All right, now coming to your love, romance and relationships, you get the Eight of Wands and you get maturity. And with this Mercury retrograde upon us, I feel this has got to do with communication. All right. So for a lot of you, there is some communication coming in. All right, this is something that you've been waiting for. Maybe for some of you, you have popped the question to your loved, whoever you are in love with. You've popped the question of maybe a marriage or whatever it is, and you are getting a reply. And maybe you're on tenterhooks and you're wondering, but it's going to be favorable. For others of you who are at a distance from, or you're in a no contact situation or some such thing, you've been waiting for a reply that's coming in. And the beautiful thing with this maturity card is, so if you've been having some sort of arguments or whatever it is because of petty issues, quarrels, it happens all the time. It even happens in marriages which have been going on for so many years, and you feel that such petty issues won't come up, but they do. So but this time your communication is going to be from a place of maturity. So there is going to be a lot of understanding between you and the person on your mind. All right, and even in your other familial relationships, friendships, there's going to be a certain maturity with which you are going to approach people, and in return they will also interact with you in the same way. So it's going to be very harmonious. All right, again, as I say, that the Mercury is in retrograde till the 14th of May. So if you can hold off your communications till then, great. If you cannot, make sure that you communicate clearly. Just spell everything out. Don't expect the other person will understand what you're saying. Don't leave it open to reading between the lines, because they'll read it all wrong. So actually be extremely specific with what you mean to say. And if you're communicating directly, make sure your tone is correct and you actually say what you're trying to say without implying, because during this period, whatever you're trying to imply will not be what the other person is actually getting from you. All right, so it's very important that your communication be wonderful at this time. So it looks like it's a very positive time for those of you who are single. Again, if you've been waiting for some sort of communication, it is coming. For those of you who have no one in mind, it is during maybe your travels somewhere that you meet someone interesting. This person could be a fire sign like you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you could meet. And since this is a travel card, it most likely could be a Sagittarius. I know from where these noises are coming. It's 3 in the afternoon and generally it's extremely quiet here. That's why I took this time to record. I don't know who's shifting furniture. Anyway, so it is going to be during your some travel that you meet this person who's going to, catch your eye, and maybe you will hit it off really well. For some of you, it could be, something which is purely physical. For others of you, you may take it to the next level. But this is, but whatever it is, this is going to be something which is very beautiful, whichever way it is. And even if you decide this is going to be just a physical connection, you and this person, you both are going to deal with it in a very mature fashion. It's not that one person expects something else. You're going to be on the same page. And this is true for all other relationships of yours as well. And for those of you who are in committed relationships, partnerships of various kinds, or in a marriage, the communication between you and your partner is going to be brilliant, and you will deal with the issues at hand in a very mature fashion. So there's going to be a lot of peace and harmony as far as your love and relationships are concerned. For your career, as I mentioned before, you are just meant to keep doing your thing the way you want to. If there are some things which are half done, you've just kept it on the back burner, this is the time to work on that rather than starting something new, at least till the 14th of May. But know that whatever it is that you want, just keep a positive mindset, see your goal clearly in your mind's eye, and you are attracting the same, because your psychic gifts are really strong, and this is the time you're attracting anything that you set your mind to. So make sure that you keep your vision absolutely crystal clear in your mind's eye, all right? And you are going to come into a lot of abundance. For your spiritual growth, you get the 10 of Swords and doubt. I release the need to know answers. So somewhere in your past, there has been some sort of an ending, all right? In some relation, for each of you, it's going to be different, and you will know when you come to this reading. It's not something that's going to happen. This is something that's already happened. But this is something that's been playing on your mind, and maybe this particular what you need to release has got to do with this. With some, this has possibly been triggered because of this episode, all right? And you are trying to get answers. You want closure. You haven't got closure, and you are being told to just release the need to know all the answers. If you were meant to know those answers, you would have got closure immediately. But you are meant to stay without knowing the answer, so that you start digging deeper and enriching yourself in the spiritual path, my dear Aries, all right? So, and find those answers for yourself, because all the answers that you ever need to know are within you, and you need to dig deep, and this is possibly the beginning of you doing that. And that's what's going to help you release these beliefs which you've been holding on to very firmly, very tightly, because they've served you in the past. But the only way to evolve is to actually allow change to happen. All right, so now we're going to take out advice cards for you. I'm going to take out one card from the Prism Oracle and one card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. I haven't used it for a long time. And you get faith. Absolutely. And this goes with this beautifully. So whether you're in this Four of Pentacles energy, wondering what to do, holding tightly to your resources, have faith. You are attracting all that you need and more. It's coming to you. And for those answers that you're waiting, have faith. When the time is right, you'll come to know. And all those answers that you need are within you. All right, so you don't have to go anywhere else for those answers. Now I'm going to take out one card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And you get Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. 67 or 13 or 4 could be relevant to you. So I said 4, 8 and 5. All right. And yes, with this, again, we come to this. What is it that you need to release? So till now, whatever you've been taught, what your value systems were, these were things which added to your knowledge base, things which kept you going. But now it's time to think about why is it no longer serving you, and how can you change that and understand the difference, wherein your knowledge can actually shape your mindset into thinking wisely. All right, knowledge is pure, it gives you awareness, but wisdom is when you process it and use it for the larger good. All right, and this is what you're going to do right now. Now, where is it that you're going to see maximum changes during this month of May? And you get happiness. Yes, so there's going to be a lot of happiness. All you got to do is to trust your intuition and allow change to happen. Do not resist change. As far as your relationships are concerned, as it is, things are going smoothly and beautifully. Again, you're going to get a lot of abundance as far as your finances are concerned. So if you've been struggling till now, just know that's going to change. And the only thing that's bothering you is this particular thing for which you're waiting for answers. Just know that they're all coming in. You just need to shift the way you think. Allow yourself to look at different perspectives, all right? And you will get your answers. And if there's any time-specific question on your mind, just think about it. And the answer is July. So anytime between now and July, you will get what it is that you're looking for. All right. And last but not the least, if there is any question that you've been, waiting for some sort of a confirmation for, or you've been wondering what's going to happen, the angels are getting ready to give you an answer. So think about that question on your mind. And let's see what comes through. And the answer is the situation will improve. Absolutely. That's exactly what I felt. And I think this is money related, if you've been wondering, with this Four of Pentacles here, or in any, wherever it is. It doesn't, maybe for some of you it is not money, but whatever it is, your situation will improve. All right. So my dear Aries, we come to the end of your May 2023 predictions. As I mentioned earlier, all the readings that you need to know, if you haven't seen, will be linked in the description box. So if you feel called to, do watch any of those readings. But other than that, things are looking great in the month of May. Your intuition, this is something which is beautiful. Just follow your intuition. Trust it. It's a quiet voice. It doesn't scream. It doesn't bring panic. It just tells you things as it is. Follow it, trust it, and it will give you all the answers that you're looking for. All right. So wishing you all the very best, and see you with other readings. Take care of yourself, good care of yourself in this eclipse season, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.